In the last few days, XRP has been going through the roof. And today in this video, we're going to be talking about, will it keep going? Who's using it? Does it have any real value? And the crypto that I actually think is going to surpass XRP here in the near term. Let's get into it. All right, so XRP, you can see here, has just gone parabolic in the last 30 days. It is up 418%. Now, this is really impressive. And if you take a look, in terms of market cap, it's actually the highest it's ever been. Now, despite the fact that the price of XRP, the top was at 340, the actual market cap is, at right under $150 billion. That's massive, guys and gals. That's massive. And you can see right here, this is where the market cap is. Now, why is it that the market cap is higher despite the fact that the token is not so much? Well, it's because back in 2017, when this hit its peak last time, the total supply that was actually out was not circulating. So the total circulating supply was actually less. So there was less tokens, all right? And the reason there was less tokens was because they were like emitting a certain amount of tokens or vesting a certain amount of tokens over time. And you can see here that the total supply or the max supply is 100 million tokens. Okay, so we're still a little bit almost 60% of the way to having all of these tokens dumped. Now, there has been, from what I've read, a whole bunch of unlocks for XRP and some weird transfers over the last few days, and it is down today, but I do see that probably XRP is going to keep climbing just because it was so suppressed with this SEC thing over the last few years, and they just built a crazy community and following. Now, the issue that I've always had with XRP is who's using it. All right. And you can see that there's really no real solution that they're providing a benefit to. Like, I always thought of it like as the future of, transferring value between banks. At least that was my understanding. But when you really look at it, you're not going to use XRP, which is a volatile token, to transfer that. When you transfer it, it could change in value in transit. And that's what it was doing. It was basically converting USDC into XRP, sending the XRP over to Europe, converting that XRP into a euro, right? And let's say, for instance, by the time it gets over there, because there's just like a flash crash or whatever, you could have 2 or 3% less, which would really suck, right? So as far as the use case of XRP, I never really got it. And at first I kind of bought into the hype. I was like, oh, it's the banks coin. But then when I really started looking at it, I was like, which banks are really using it? Okay. And so this is something that, again, they don't have DeFi. It's not like Ethereum where they've got this whole ecosystem, L2s, whatever, bridges, basically decentralized finance banks. They don't have any of that. Okay. But there is a token that I think solves what is going on here with XRP, and that token is Chainlink. And this one is way further on down the line. You can see here that it's hovering at around number 16 these days, and XRP here is number 3. So it doesn't have much more room to grow, and it's impressive, guys and gals. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's impressive that XRP has made its way back to number 3. But again, how much activity is on their network? It's close to like none, because like nobody uses XRP, and everybody's just kind of waiting like, oh, next week there's a huge announcement. They've got a stable coin coming out. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, so what? Who cares if they have a stable coin coming out? It doesn't mean that, it's going to just boom. Like PayPal had its own stable coin. You didn't see their stock flying off the rails there. USDC has been like at what, $40 billion for like the last year or so. It hasn't really climbed much. USDT has grown, but that's just because it's just got first user advantage. But the crypto that I'm looking at again is Chainlink. Now, why do I think Chainlink is kind of the solution of what XRP is trying to accomplish here? Well, For first, for Well, first of all, there's actually some really big countries using Chainlink, all right? And even though I'm not a proponent of CBDCs, there are some countries that are moving towards that, and they are using Chainlink as the oracle. So making sure that the price in the real world is linking up with the price in the blockchain. But look at all the players that are using the Chainlink network. All right. Now, one actual company that is using it, or I should say like network that is using it, is Swift. And I'm going to show you here in a little bit about how Swift has been just uh basically clinging on with Chainlink and partnering up with them to make this happen. But I did this deck a few years ago saying, could Chainlink be even bigger than Bitcoin? And who knows, maybe it can, Bitcoin is, I hate to say it, it's a store of value, but it's really a pet rock. Like you can't do much without it. However, I do find value in it. Okay. Don't get me wrong, it is something that I do find value in, but in terms of like use case and stuff like that, you've got a bridge to all sorts of L2s, to the Lightning Network, to the, DeFi networks that are different networks that basically uses the same technology as Ethereum. So don't kid yourself. Like if you think that Bitcoin is like the end all be all of crypto, it's not. Okay. But Chainlink could one day be at least as big as Bitcoin as it is currently today. And why do I say that? Well, there's a lot going on with them. Okay, so what's the problem that Chainlink's trying to solve? So essentially, it fetches, aggregates, and validates data from multiple different sources to make sure that the data is correct. And especially when you're talking about pricing for, different stocks or bonds or cryptos, you want to make sure that that data is correct. And the objective is to provide accurate and tamper-proof data to smart contracts on various different blockchain. So having accurate data is the most important thing, but this isn't just what Chainlink has been up to. Now, how does the token utility work? I explained to you how the token utility works for XRP, but the way it works here is for payments, the developers pay node operators in Link for datas and services, all right? And the node operators stake Link as collateral against what's called dishonesty, all right? And we don't want dishonesty. We want honesty in these things. So if you're a node and you're being basically dishonest and manipulating different prices or different information that needs to be accurate on the blockchain, you could get dinged. Or if you're honest, you could get paid more in Chainlink. So the tokenomics incentivize the network maintenance and security of Chainlink, which is way more than you can say for XRP. All right. Now, you can see here that Swift's blockchain deployment and future outlook is integrating with Chainlink, and they've achieved goals in blockchain deployment connecting private and public chains. And this is a big deal because I do think that there's going to be like permission chains in the future where they can keep their data safe. That will be private, and then they'll be able to integrate with the public chains such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the such. Okay, so this Chainlink integrates with all of these different blockchains. All right, and this is the thing that, in my opinion, gives Chainlink massive, massive value. Okay, so Chainlink really bridges the gap between TradFi and DeFi. And here's what I really want everybody to understand. So you can see here, this is global private wealth, which is sitting at $463 trillion. Now, this could be, people holding money in stocks and multiple different equities around the world. You see here that we've got physical currency is sitting at about 8 trillion. Gold at the time that I did this was 10 trillion, but it's up to like $16 trillion right now. Global debt is at 300 trillion, which is absolutely insane. Derivatives is at 12.4 billion. when I did this, and this was about a year ago, by the way, but I did change this one. Crypto is sitting at 3.2 trillion. Now, remember what Chainlink does. Chainlink brings data from TradFi into the blockchain, into DeFi. And as we start to bridge more and more things onto the blockchain, such as the stock market, such as bonds, such as real estate, it's going to give Chainlink more and more value, because the more people who are bringing that stuff over, the more these Chainlink nodes are going to be used. The more Chainlink nodes are used, the more value that the coin is going to have, because that's what the different nodes get paid in order to keep the trust in the network, to make sure that they are being honest and providing real, accurate data. But if you take a look, out of all of these, the smallest one currently is crypto. And so, recently I've been hearing some of these TradFi boomers who just don't know their head from their ass when they're talking about crypto, saying, crypto's in a huge bubble right now. They just see Bitcoin at like 100,000 and they think that this is, where the market just ends. It just literally just hit its all-time high in terms of crypto market cap as a whole, with Bitcoin and all of the different altcoins. But in the experience of multiple different bull and bear markets that I've been a part of, we're just getting started. Guys, gals, if you take a look at where some of these stocks are currently, take a look at Apple, which is number one in terms of market cap. It's $3.66 trillion. So that's still like $400 billion to go for the crypto market as a whole to hit Apple's market cap. One stock on the stock market. All right. NVIDIA, which is number two, is at 3.3. NVIDIA, which is number two, which is sitting at $3.43 trillion. It's still not as big as the entire crypto market. And then you've got Microsoft sitting at 3.2 trillion. Guys, gals, we've got a long way to go, because crypto is really the highway for the future of finance. You're going to be able to bring over commodities trading. We're already doing it right now. Fiat trading, crypto trading, real estate trading in real time, tokenized bonds, which I'm already doing. All of this stuff is coming to the blockchain, and you are not bullish enough if you think that we are at the peak of the bubble right now. Again, guys, gals, there's always doom and gloomers. You have, the Robert Kiyosaki's and the different, the Peter Schiffs, who are just, doom and gloom. Always something's going to crash to zero. The worst recession is coming. Could it happen? Yeah. But I just don't live my life in fear, and I live my life based off of data and indicators that I've actually come up with over the last 3 or 4 years, and really, really honed in over the last year to make sure that if there is a downturn, I'm getting out quickly enough. I'm not just listening to this, these influencers who are trying to, fear bait you into watching their content. I don't listen to that garbage. What I listen to is the indicators, and I watch what the market is doing. Now, you can take a look at this. The largest transformation of wealth is happening under our noses, okay? You can see back in 2017, the cryptocurrency market capitalization was just over $500 billion. And now we've moved up year after year. Basically, we had a retracement here in 2022, but now we're sitting again comfortably above 3.2 trillion. And with this new Trump administration, which, by the way, I'm not a fan of Trump. I'm a fan of the buttons that he's pushing. That I like, all right? And the administration that he's bringing, which is super pro crypto, that I like. Super pro innovation, that I like. But Trump, it's just a hard pill for me to swallow, but I would have rather had him than Biden. I will say that, or Kamala. Now, what are some of the cool things that Chainlink has coming up? Well, they've got this thing called cross-chain interoperability protocol. And what I think about Chainlink and and your Web3 ID is that Chainlink is going to be able to bridge your existing bank account to the blockchain very, very soon. When I say very, very soon, probably within the next 2 or 3 years, that's the sort of power that Chainlink is going to have. It's going to literally really bridge your TradFi bank account with your wallet on chain. Okay. But in the last few years, over 2.6 billion in crypto has been exploited using bridges. Well, guess what? Chainlink solves this because we won't need to use bridges hopefully in the near future. We'll just be able to go directly from our bank account all the way to whatever blockchain we need to be going to, whether it be Solana or, Optimism or Arbitrum or whatever. Okay. But I think that there's the 222 coins such as XRP, XLM, these are 222 coins, which are coins that are like considered like the compliant bank coins, and they're coming up with their own stable coins. Who cares? This is just like filth. All right. We don't need another stable coin, really. I mean, it's good if we want competition and stuff like that, but really everybody uses USDT or USDC nowadays. And like you're kind of late to the party, XRP. And while XRP and XLM have had really, really good price action, I just don't think that they're going to be able to compete with this because Chainlink's already working with Swift, which is like kind of where XRP got its claim to fame, that they were going to be the bank's coin and you're going to be able to do cross-border payments way faster than Swift. I mean, right now, like I use USDC just on the Ethereum network and it's just plenty fast, right? Now, let's take a look at how much the Chainlink price action can be here in the next few months, in my opinion, okay? Because we could see like a parabolic move in the altcoin market. I think it's coming. I think a very, very large parabolic move is coming. Now, it may not be, in January, but maybe February, March, April, we could see something that we have never witnessed before. I actually think that there is a possibility, and I'm not sitting here with a crystal ball, all right? I'm just trying to see, hey, if Chainlink hits Ethereum's market cap today, what would that look like? Well, that would be a 37x from here. All right. And this is why I'm betting big on Chainlink. And this is actually a cryptocurrency that I am invested in our managed vault. Now, our managed vault is a place where we manage your crypto on the blockchain. And all you have to do is deposit it. You have custody of it. It's in a smart contract. And guess what technology is used here to provide the data for the price feeds of all of the crypto? You guessed it, Chainlink. It's not XRP, all right? So Chainlink is actually providing all of this data for all of these cryptos to make sure that the data is correct. It's gathering data from all sorts of different centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, and going, all right, what is the price of Bitcoin? What is the price of Solana? Now, right now, we're actually using a little bit of leverage with Chainlink in Aave to give it that extra bump. And that's why you can see here our overall portfolio just in the last week is up 22%. Now, the overall market is not up 22%. Your XRP may be, but if you're just holding XRP, that's an incredibly dumb move because what happens if XRP goes down? Anybody who is a maxi of any coin should literally take a look at their lives and reevaluate it because anything can happen with these coins. Trust me, guys, even Bitcoin, even Ethereum. That's why I use my momentum indicators to tell me when to get in and when to get out. But if you're interested in learning how to get into our managed vaults, you're going to want to watch this video right here. And if you like this information that I've been putting out lately, give me a subscribe, smash that like button, and turn the notification on so you know every single time I get a video out, which sometimes is 2 times per day. All right, see you on the next video. Cheers.